Good morning, folks, and welcome to the Poor Man's Bodywork series. Today I'm going to be vacuuming out the floor, primarily underneath the carpet where I cut it back. We're going to be priming a little more. I had to go to the hardware store and buy a can of primer because I have a little bit more bondoing to do on the floor. There's a little area which I need to hit because it's not too smooth. So there's going to be a lot of entertainment coming your way. So grab yourself some popcorn. I got this popcorn here from my hardware store. They give free popcorn. You help yourself. They got a popcorn machine over there. True Value hardware store. Stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of entertainment coming your way. I bought this. It was $4.99 Krylon. I had the man at the hardware store read it for me, and it was difficult. It didn't say anything about petroleum, but it says use paint thinner, to clean up. So I would imagine it's not latex. They had this, and then they had one for $6.99, which was made by Rust-Oleum, which primarily said auto primer. This does not say auto primer. It says Color Max, so it could be anything, but I'm sure it's okay because over there on the floor there's a little area which I have to sand out and Bondo. Now I'll show you that. The little area right here, it's a depression where I put the Bondo on. The light isn't showing it really good. You could probably see it better with the light off of it a little. You can see that little ridge there. So I got some regular Bondo. I don't need Bondo glass for this, so I got to sand this again and around here and just smooth it out a little bit. Overall, it's pretty good. And I'm not going to worry too much about it because there's going to be rubber mat on this anyways, but in this area I want to get it fixed up a little bit better. And also right down in there you can see there's a little lip of Bondo right there, but I got to be careful. I almost have to put that in with my finger, I guess, but I'm going to have to put gloves on to do that. I just need a little tiny bit of Bondo in there because that don't look too good, because the rubber, when I put the rubber down, it's going to be about 3/8 of an inch or maybe even 1/4 inch away from this, like it is on the other side. I don't want to shove the rubber up underneath this. I don't want to take the doghouse out. That's a big job. So primarily I'm not going to do a John from Arkansas, but just briefly here, just show you. I gotta get that. There's like a little tiny well area, just because the Bondo, I didn't really need to put Bondo here so much, but I built this whole thing up just a little bit, maybe not even 1/8 inch. So I'm gonna work in this area and work over here. I figure I'll give you a little more of the actual work being done within reason. My body's going to be in the way. There's nothing much I can do about that. So you're not going to be able to see anything more than my backside. So let me kneel down on the mat here. You might be able to see it. I don't know. I wouldn't have bought more primer, but when I saw this last night, before I closed up, I wasn't happy with this, and I wanted to try to get a little regular Bondo in here. Like I say, I don't need Bondo glass. I try to get this smoothed out just a little bit. Alright, I'm going to mix up some Bondo, a small amount of the regular Bondo. I don't need very much. I'm going to be careful with the hardener. Put too much on, then I got to rush. Alright. Left-handed, I only need one on my left hand. This is the regular Bondo, the basic one. There isn't only about a quarter of a can left, but what I'm going to do here is much more than enough here. Tell you, this is a lot easier to get out of the can than the Bondo glass. Bondo glass comes out in a big string and it runs down the side and everything else. That over here so it don't get knocked over. Now I have an old beat up spatula for mixing. Although I like using the stick. Right away I got Bondo on the stool. You have to make sure I don't sit on it. Alright, that's the scooper one. This is hardened Bondo. Let's see, I got a little bit out of this tube. I don't know if I can get any more out as of last night. Yeah. Guess that's more than enough for just a little bit. They say that you're not supposed to do it this way because it bubbles, but it mixes better this way. I try to mix it with this and it just don't do it. So this is how I do it, and then I lay it down on the side like this, and then I mix it. And get it all off. And get another spatula here, which is inside. Let that sit over there. Hope you can see me. It's got a ways to go though, but I think I filled that area in pretty good. I got rid of that lip that was there. There was a big lip right across here. Bondo was like, it wasn't feathered down because I used a large spreader, which is what I usually use. And over here, I think I got it pretty good. So I'll do a little light sanding on that. I'm going to let that set. We're going to go vacuum this thing out now. I'm not able to get under that carpet except between the seats because the damn seats overhang so much. There's nothing I can do. I did the best I can. Now I got to go into the passenger side and see if I can vacuum in that area. But before I do that, I'm going to sand and prime the Bondo I put in. Okay, got to vacuum this out. I got this as smooth as I can get it. You know, this isn't bad. I filled that little valley in there, and I can feel the cowling here, so I'm fine. There may be either the cowling or it could be like a rain gutter kind of sits in. I don't know. It's been years since I pulled this off. So I'm going to vacuum this out now. All right. Well, nobody said I was a body man. Got ridges and everything in here. That's the best I can do. I can't do any better than that. And this will be painted black. The whole thing will be painted black, and then there'll be the mat, rubber mat over here. So you're not going to see that. You will see this maybe, but who's going to get down on their hands and knees and check the floor anyways? This isn't the outside of the vehicle where it would show, and I think this is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this with the primer, and as I said, it's a red primer. That's all I have. I could have got the gray, but I figured I'd get the red oxide primer because it might even be better for water resistant. I don't know. This is what I mean about cans. Now this is Krylon. I can't get that off. So I can't get it off. I gotta bang it off, and I usually break the nozzle, and I don't want to do that because I won't be able to finish this job. I cannot read that embossed in there. Yep, took the nozzle right off. But it didn't break the thing. Oh, this is dry. Man, camera, this is dry, and it's not from me. No, it works. Now, that's the only way I can get them off. That don't look too bad. I got to get away from the fumes. Yeah, I tried putting a screwdriver underneath there. I never can get them under there. Some brands you can. This one you can't. The cap is flush with the side of the can. So I have to bang them off. That's what I do all the time, and sometimes I ruin the tips like I did in the other one. But I was lucky I didn't this time. That came out pretty good. I figured I'd just go over this whole thing right here. I'm not going to use the red oxide on the whole thing, just this area. I'm going to try to show you the vent now. I hope you can see that. Oh, it's very hard for me to photograph this stuff. Can you see that? See that? See it moving in and out when I'm pushing my finger in there? It's closed. Okay? It says vent right there, but it's not on vent. Okay, let me put it on vent. Alright. Now, it's spring-loaded, closed. Let me see if it's still spring-loaded, closed. Yes, it's still closed. So maybe it has something to do with the engine running, I don't know. I really don't know. But I can start the van. Okay. Let's see if it's still no. Doesn't make any difference. Let's see if I can reach over here. Hang on. Actually, the vent is closed now. Can you see that? You don't see the baffle anymore. It goes inward like that, okay? So right now it's off on the dash. I'm going to swing the lever over. Yep. See it? Did you see it close? I mean, open really. Actually, it's opening now. All right. So when it closes, it goes this way. Nice if I'm in camera, huh? All right, start again. Right now, it's open, which I thought it was closed, okay? When it is open, it's in this position. When it's closed, it's this position, okay? So now we'll move it. Got the lever all the way over so it's open still. If I push it all the way to the left, it closes. Now, let's shut the car off. It's still closed. Okay. So, that's how that works. I'm going to vacuum, but I'm going to do all that off camera, because I got to be a contortionist and try to get between the seats. Then I think I'm ready for the black paint. All right, wish me luck. With my luck, I'll knock the can over. Not exactly the most careful guy around. First thing I got to do is to get some light on the subject here, so I can make sure I'm getting it up in there. I'm using a regular bristle brush now, which just barely fits this can, because the foam brushes that I get, they just bend over. They're floppy. There's no strength to them at all. So it's not too bad. It looks like it got a little red showing through here. Alright, so I'm going to continue this off camera. You don't need to watch me paint this. This gives you an idea of what I'm trying to do here. And this masking tape will be taken off. There's all this red here. I can peel that off from the primer spray and everything. And I want to leave it on for now because I don't want any paint on the cowling rubber surround. Alright, well, I got pretty sloppy with this. Got paint drippage running down here, but that's okay because I'm going to hit this with the gray like on the other side. This is just primer. I decided I'm not going to go and work on this today because it's going to raise a dust storm with sanding and everything and getting on this. So we're going to let that go until this paint is dry. Give you a look over here. It was hard for me to get in there and squeeze in there from the other side and get around. I did some from the back over here on the side doors, but it was difficult for me to get in here, so it didn't seem to come out that great. I mean, it's covered, but not as smooth as I like. But I think it's okay. I'll take off the blue masking tape when this dries. Now, well, it don't look that great, but not bad. This here is what bothers me. This just looks out of place now. But I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. But you see how I'm away from the cowling, and that's probably how I'll do the other side. Okay, I can't do any more today on the step, you know, where them little holes are down on the passenger side on the step where you step in, because I'll raise a lot of dust sanding and everything else and mess up the paint. So I gotta let this paint dry. Damn motorcycles. I gotta let it dry, and then I can work on that. That's not a priority. The floor was. So this is going to conclude the video for today. I may get back on it tomorrow. Depends on whether this paint is dry, because when it is dry, I gotta go around with a little paintbrush, a little disposable foam brush, just to touch up the areas under the seat where I couldn't quite reach without getting paint on the seat fabric. So, I hope you enjoyed the show. Not as good as it was this morning. After all, it's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. So, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Tommy just got home from work, so he missed out on all the excitement, but he'll see the video.
Yes, I will.
Won't you?
Yes, I will, Dad.
Okay. Well, that concludes it for today. Want some popcorn, folks? Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching.